Would you believe me if I told you that this seat that I'm seated on is made out of pallets? Well, furniture is evolving in the country, and today on the show we get to meet a man who's changing the narrative of furniture and using pallets not only to make exciting items for the house but also for your business premises. Welcome to The Realtor. I'm Karanja Daniel, and today is all about pallets. Well, today on the show we have a guest who's specializing in furniture but with a bit of a twist, using a product known as pallets, and he'll be telling us more about it and what you can get for your house in the future. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Kindly introduce yourself to our viewers.
Okay, my name is George Thande. I'm happy that you visited. We do furnitures, and we also specialize in doing furnitures that are designed using pallets.
Pallets.
Yeah.
Quite an interesting product that is in the market right now. Yes. But before we get to that, maybe you can tell us a bit about yourself. What got you into furniture?
Okay, for furniture business, I got into it through my parents. So they were doing furniture. So I got more interested on how I could make it better and enhance it to another level.
So you were learning as they were doing it, yeah, as their business. Yes. Quite a good way to make your father proud of yourself and continue the family business. Yeah. Now let's talk about pallets. Yeah. I would say they're gaining some sort of strength in the country, yeah, but maybe we can start by defining for our viewers, what are pallets and where do they come from?
Okay, so majorly pallets come from outside the country. They are spread below the trailers. The forklift is the one that lifts pallets for when you're storing goods in the containers. So majorly you get them from the importers. So the good thing about the pallets, they are dry wood, and they are standard wood, and they are treated.
So they are pieces of wood joined together, probably, yeah, used as the foundation, as you said, for storing goods or materials that are transported in containers. Yeah, can we say they are a waste product from the shipping industry or of some sort?
Yeah, they're the byproducts. Yeah.
They're the byproducts. Yeah. All right. What makes them so good that maybe they can be used for various wood products?
Majorly it's the aspect of being dry. That's the main advantage. They are dry wood. So majorly the wood that you get in the tea bag, they are wet wood. They have a high moisture content of water. So, but pallets, they have a very low content of water. So it's easy to polish them, it's easy to paint them, and it's also easy to design beds. You can design tables, different products.
All right. Is there a specific wood that is used to make these pallets, or it can be any other tree that we know of?
So majorly it depends on the country where the goods are being imported from. So when goods are being imported from countries like Lebanon, like the agricultural products, majorly they are designed using cypress. Yeah, that's the most common. Right. Products like TVs, majorly from Europe, China.
Yes, the Far East. Yeah. They come with pine.
Yeah, pine.
Is there a favorite among Kenyans at the moment when you're doing your furniture work?
Majorly people prefer cypress.
Cypress.
Yeah.
Is it easier to work with, or why the preference?
It's easier to work with, and it's not easily affected by pests, right, as compared to pine, and it's more tough compared to pine. Pine is easily breakable.
So cypress is a favorite among the pallets.
Yeah.
Is there a way to distinguish it? Maybe for somebody who would want to buy pallets, maybe we should mention that.
Okay, cypress is much whiter than the rest, and also the grains, they are different from the ones of the pine.
So a lighter color means a better pallet,
yeah,
if I may say that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe our viewers are wondering what we are seated on. Actually, these look very comfy like normal seats, but you'll be astounded to find out that they are actually seats made out of pallets, and that's what we're about to dive into. Yeah. Tell us about products that can be made out of pallets, probably starting with the seats, which are quite good.
One can design outdoor furniture, yes, using pallets like the one you're seated on. One can also design sofas for the inside the living room. One can also design furniture for the gazebo.
For the gazebo.
Yeah. And also you can design beds. One can design artworks using pallets because they are dry wood, so it's much easier to work with them, especially when making small furniture items. Yeah, one can also design tables, the coffee tables, and there are companies that are a bit courageous. They also design the reception desk with them.
Wow.
Yeah, even the working desk.
So basically, any other furniture that you can find in the house,
yeah,
can be made using pallets.
Pallets, yeah.
Why should one be open up to pallets for their furniture item?
Because the aspect of being treated and dry wood is the winning point, because the wood that we buy from timber is usually wet wood. It has a lot of water content.
Yes, you mentioned a percentage of moisture or water content being in.
So when they dry up, they tend to either they can break, they can have some bends, but cypress will always be straight.
You've mentioned something interesting. I had an incident whereby one of my beds had a curve on one of the boards. Is that a reason of the percentage of moisture or water?
Yeah, when it's drying up, you find it making a curve.
Yes. All right. Do pallets have any limitations when it comes to making of this furniture? Maybe something out of my head, if a certain length of a bed needs a longer board.
Yeah, that's the main challenge, the length.
Yes.
Yeah, because pallets majorly are 47 inches, about 3 feet. Yes. So you cannot make a longer product. You have to have a lot of joints. That's the biggest challenge. Yeah.
And how are you countering it at the moment in order to make good furniture, if I may?
So what we do, we use the normal wood, then we cover it up with the pallets. And then the other main challenge is the availability, because pallets majorly depend on importation. So when we don't have so many importation in the country, like when we had the COVID season, when it was a bit rampant,
there was less shipping in the country, less movement of goods.
Yeah, so you expect that the pallets are also few, and they come also at significantly high prices.
All right. Well, we have talked about the shortcomings. Maybe it's time to talk about the advantages of using pallets. We can start with you, maybe in your line of work. What's the advantage of using pallets over using normal timber?
So majorly it's easier to come up with a better product, because it's easier to polish up. Like when you're doing beds, it's easier to polish up a bed, because when a wood is dry, it's easy to apply like gear varnish or any other kind of paint, rather than applying on a wet wood.
So the finishing is more exquisite, unlike using normal.
Yeah, the other advantage is polishing. It's easier to polish pallets as compared to the normal wet wood. Yeah, that's another winning point.
Right. Let's talk about the winning points to the clients who are the end consumers or users of these products made out of pallets.
So basically, like you have pointed earlier, they are byproducts. Like you can call them, they are the waste of importation. So it means also their cost is a bit low. So even the customer, when they are making the purchase, they also expect to get a very good discount.
Which is a very good advantage.
Yeah.
You spend less.
And
get at the same time get better quality than
the normal wood. Yeah. So that's a great winning point. Yeah. To the customer and also to me. Because for me, I'm able to work faster than using the normal wood. And I'm able to deliver a much finer furniture item.
All right. Any other advantage to the client apart from just having a superior product?
So there's the aspect of cost. The cost is lower, and also the timing. You're able to deliver much faster, because when you're able to polish it much faster, it means you can deliver even so many furniture items in a much limited time.
So I won't waste time going back and forth to my computer asking where my bed is or where my sofa is that I had requested 2-3 months ago.
And most people are not comfortable with that. Yeah, because what happens for like the big furniture shops, they buy wood, then they take it to the kiln to dry. Yeah. So that takes a lot of time, almost 3 months. So pallets also bridge that gap. You can use it immediately and you'll get a very fine product. Yeah.
What is the most common or favorite product from your experience that customers have more demand for at the moment?
So currently you can say it's beds. Yeah, especially for college students who are around, or majorly the young population. Below that, they really love pallet beds as compared to the normal beds.
That's a good mention, because I remember beds are quite expensive at the moment. How much change in price are we talking about so that we can say they are affordable? Maybe you can give us a few mentions depending on the size, if I may say, and what size.
So I can say it's almost 80% cheaper.
80% cheaper?
Yeah, because a person can just buy 2 pallets and that's it.
So you can just do 2 pallets together and put on my mattress and
that's it.
I already have a bed.
Yeah, that's it. So that's the to the customer, it's a great winning point.
Yes.
Because You don't have to wait for any joinery work or any processing. Just 2 pallets, you spread the bed, and that's it. So,
all right, let's talk about the more detailed beds, if I may say that. Let's talk about a bed that has a headboard, has a certain level, not just the level of the pallet. And depending on the size, how much are we looking at?
We are looking at around 9,000, and a normal bed would go for about 20,000.
Yes. So that's a good margin on saving.
Yeah, it's a great savings. And the other thing, it's also detachable.
Detachable. Oh, so if I'm moving or I want to move, I can simply take out my pallets.
Yeah, because it comes in parts, almost 4 parts. Yeah. So you don't need a carpenter to help you detach it. It's very easy.
I don't need to call the carpenter who kept me waiting for 6 months to come and detach it again.
It's just in parts, so you just arrange it in parts, then you're able to move.
All right. Let's talk about the seats. Seats come in various, should I call them capacities? 5-seaters, 7-seaters. Which is a favorite among your clients? I can see we are on an L couch made of pallets and quite comfortable, if I may say so. What are we looking at in terms of prices, and what is the favorite among your clients?
Majorly they prefer a 2-seater. Yeah, that's the most common. 2-seater. Yeah.
What's your market like? Are we talking about the young people still?
Yeah, the young people really love it because it's easy to move around with, and it's small. One can take it inside the house, outside the house. It's one of the it's easy. Just that easiness of moving around with it. It's the greatest winning point.
How much are we talking about for 2-seaters? I can see several of them behind us, looking very nice and looking very comfortable. I actually sat on one of them and it was really comfortable. What is the price range we're talking about for 2-seaters?
They go for 10,000, and they also have they come with the cushions and the back pillows. They go for about 10,000.
Wow, that is quite affordable.
It's affordable compared to the other.
Compared to what normal seats?
Yeah, which go for around 20,000.
All right, so that's a huge saving, and I think that's a big advantage.
And it's also light.
It's also light.
Yeah, compared to the.
It's lighter compared to the other.
Yeah, so that's something that people prefer.
So movement again, quite much easy. One person can carry it on his own.
Yeah.
Put it inside the house and even outside.
Yeah.
All right.
You also find that most houses do not have lifts.
Yes.
And some go up to 5th floor.
5th floor, 6th.
Yeah, so people prefer something that's a bit light. Even for the normal furniture, people want something that's light.
All right. Are there? Well, we have mentioned seats and beds. Are there any other furniture items that are favorite among your clients that you serve or in the country?
Okay, some people now are moving quickly to like coffee tables and also reading desk. It's becoming something that's gaining market day by day, and also stools. Yeah, it's something that's gaining market day by day. So
basically, we're talking about I have a set, so I can make a coffee table to place my plate or my cup of coffee or my glass of juice. We're talking about desks, study rooms. Maybe even for my kid or your kid, you can have a study section made, and they can easily be doing their studies from there.
Yeah, that's another market. But I think one of the growing markets is hotels, the restaurants. That's now
the restaurants. That's a good mention. I've seen quite a number of restaurants with I'm not sure, maybe you can clarify, pieces of wood that look a bit smoky and smoked, and they look really nice, and they make the small chairs to sit on or small tables, and they look really nice. Is this also work that you do yourself?
Yeah, that's work we do, and it's a big market because that one comes in big scale as compared to home furniture. So restaurants and even the lodges, they are really loving the concept of pallets because it's cheaper, as we said, it's faster, and it's more polished compared to the normal wood. Yeah.
So we're not talking only about household furniture, but you can also venture into commercial furniture, talking about hotels, bars, restaurants, and even
offices.
But
that's not that common.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's a growing trend.
Do you think the market is warming up to this product, and do you think there's a time it will give regular furniture a chase for its money?
It all depends on the importation, because as long as the importation are consistent, you expect it to give the normal furniture a run for its money. It will be a great way to go Yeah, as compared to the normal furniture, because this one is more polished.
More polished.
Yeah, and
more durable.
More durable, and you also find that most people import furniture because they think that Kenyan furniture is not the best.
Yes, we always think that furniture from Turkey is superior, or even from the Far East.
Yeah,
Dubai.
Yeah, that's how. It's basically because for them they use dry wood, and us we use wet wood. So
the key is to use the most, if I may say that, the most driest of wood.
Yeah. To
ensure that you have quality furniture.
Yeah, that's how they do, and that's why you find that people go for furniture from Dubai, from China. But even Kenyans, if you can start using the dry wood, you shall also reach that height.
All right.
Yeah.
Just before we take a break, I would like you to show us a few of your furniture when we come back. But just before we take the break, what would you tell your clients who are doubtful about pallet furniture?
So I know it's a new thing in the market. Yeah, people may be a bit hesitant about it, but it's one of the new trends, and it's one of the ways to go, because it offers so many benefits, as we have discussed earlier. The benefit of time, the benefit of economies of scale, so, and they are durable too. Yeah, so it's not something that you can be hesitant about. Yeah.
Well, if you don't want to be hesitant about pallet made furniture, don't go away, because after this break we get to see some of the products that he has, including this seat right here that we are sitting on. Do not go away.
You are watching TV47, the home of untold stories. Sona moja imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli ili kupambana na maumivu kwa haraka. Sona moja ina aspirin kama kiungo. Sona moja, kitulizo kamili. Maumivu yakizidi, pata ushauri wa daktari. You are watching TV47, the home of untold stories.
This is how we receive our pallets.
These are received pallets.
Yeah, so we store them here. So we store them. We can get a maximum of like 200.
200.
Yeah. In a single delivery. Yes. So this is how I store them.
Specific way of storing them? Are they affected by the weather conditions?
We just cover them to prevent the adverse effects of the sun.
All right.
Just the sun is the problem. Yeah. Then you just make sure they are stacked well up. Yes. So that they are stable. So that they cannot fall. Okay. Yeah. So this is one of my workmates. He's called Dennis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, Dennis.
Hi.
How are you?
Very fine.
Welcome to our show.
Yeah.
Is this the workshop area?
And so this is where we treat them.
Yes.
And we do the joinery works.
Yes.
So when you receive them, like I show you how we do a bed. So the first process is polishing them up.
Just the way you are, you polish them.
Yeah.
You don't change anything about the way the pallets are?
For now, we can do a small bed of 3.5.
Yes.
So that one does not require a lot of changes. So majorly it's polishing, then paint application.
All right.
And also doing some carving. Yeah.
So we're doing a 3.5 bed, fresh from the pallets, and let's get to see the process they do or they carry out in order to have you a bed within a matter of minutes.
Yeah, definitely. So we start with the polishing.
All right, let's take it away.
Yeah. So it's something that has a lot of dust.
Remember to take care of yourself. Obviously, you can see he's taking all the precautions that are needed. So anytime you're working with tools, caution is at most important. All right.
So by polishing, you're able to remove all the dirt. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Dennis.
Thank you, Dennis. Yeah.
So that's the first process.
That's the first process.
You polish the entire pallet.
Yeah.
Of course, you've done a bit for illustration.
Yeah.
So the polishing is done with a particular machine.
Yeah, this is for the rough polishing. Then we do soft polishing with this one. This one produces a much finer product.
All right. So we're down the rough smoothing, if I may call it. Now we're going to the smoothest smoothing.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a small machine.
It's a smaller machine.
Yeah. And so that's how you do it.
I'm impressed by the kind of machinery you have in your work. This means you take, or not only take your work serious, but invest a lot in it.
We invest in machineries because they also make sure that you're able to work faster.
You work faster, And I'm assuming you also get a better product, a better finished product.
Yeah, as compared to using the hands.
All right.
Yeah.
So that is the final smoothening.
Yeah, that's the final smoothening. Then you go to, you see these corners are very sharp.
Yes.
So
somebody might hurt himself.
Yeah, so,
you know.
So there's a way we smoothen them using this machine.
All
It's
right.
called the router.
The router.
Yeah. After this, then we go to the it's called the router machine.
All right. So now we want to take care of the edges to ensure you don't get hurt by any of your furniture. Again, the carpenter making sure there is safety in every product that is designed. Take it away.
Yeah, that's
Amazing the things that technology can do. So now from the sharp corner we had, we now have a smooth curve, or rather smooth corner.
Yeah,
so even if I was to bump into the furniture, or a child was to bump into the furniture,
the chances of being hurt are so low.
are minimal.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
Now from that we do the spray painting.
The spray painting
It's the last process.
depending on the color that the client or I want as a client.
Yeah, that's the greatest determiner.
What are the main colors that your clients choose? Maybe is there a favorite?
Clear varnish is the best that people prefer because it looks natural.
To have a natural
Feel,
or
yeah.
a natural tone
Yeah.
of your furniture,
Furniture,
whether be the bed or a sofa set or even a coffee table.
Or the outdoor furniture.
All right.
But most girls prefer white.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the
White is also a clean color.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So you have done the sanding, both the rough and the smooth.
Yeah.
You have done the grooving of the edges. How do you set up your bed now?
Now that's the last process.
So we are now about to set up the bed, as you can see. Wow.
So it's just stacking them one by.
That's simple.
It's that simple.
Now, assuming these are all smoothened panels, these are two below, joined together. Already this is a 6 by
3.5.
3.5 by 6. So already we have the base of the bed.
Yeah. Now we also do the head. No, make it one else.
Now we have the head.
Yeah. Now the headboard. And it's that simple.
Wow. And in a matter of minutes,
Yeah. Now you already have your bed.
our bed is ready.
So it's for Pallet bed. They are that simple.
Get your pallets, smoothen them,
Yeah. Then you start.
get out the edges, stack them up.
And that's it.
Already have a bed.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying it's easy to move around with them because they come in bits.
Yes, I'll just take them. I can even take them out myself as my own bed.
I don't need any speciality because you just take them up.
Wow.
And you go and stack them again in the new house.
Well, viewers, I'm hoping that you're enjoying this. This is a bed that is already made and ready to be used.
And ready to be used.
So I just place my mattress on top.
Yeah.
And my beddings.
Yeah.
And I'm good to go.
And
I'm good rather to sleep. I'm good to sleep.
That's simple.
That's
That's why
right.
most college students prefer them.
Uh-huh.
And newly employed people, they really prefer them.
So the younger generation is more open to this
because
idea.
It's a very simple way.
Very simple way. And of course affordable. I think that was the major strong point.
It's more affordable than the normal beds.
All right. So we have done a bed. Maybe Dante, there's something else you might want to show us that is made of pallets. I'm sure our
sure.
viewers are curious to see.
Yeah, I'll show you the tables.
So shall we go and see the table?
Yes.
All right. Let's go and see a table, viewers. I love this.
Yeah, it's a
This is a coffee table.
it's a coffee table
And a stool.
and a stool.
Maybe to accompany it if you need some stools.
Yeah.
Wow, this is interesting. And this is made of pallets or what?
Made of pallets. So we take the wood, then we join them using a clamp.
Aha.
It takes a few days, but it helps you achieve like a solid wood.
Aha. To make the solid top.
Yeah, so solid top.
All right, very nice coffee tables and stools for your house in any color you like, not necessarily black, to your taste and preference. All right, and maybe behind us, this
These are two-seater.
looks just like a normal seat in the house.
It looks like a normal seat. So basically, it's also made of pallets.
Made of pallets.
Then you do the paintwork. Then you put the cushions and and the back pillow.
And the throw pillows,
Yeah.
just to give it a homely feel.
And also make it more comfortable.
All right. And this is preference into any colors that I would love.
Yeah, in the color that you choose. Yeah.
And it is comfortable as a normal seat?
It's more, you can take a, wow. Yeah,
It's actually nice. I could be having my remote and watching the TV right now.
it's so comfortable.
All right.
Just like the normal seats. Then one can also use it for outdoor activity.
Outdoor activities. Let's talk about this one.
Yeah.
This one has a natural feel to it.
Yeah, this has a natural feel.
What have you done to the finishing? There's no paint in this, or rather, what is it that is used?
So you have a bright clear varnish.
Clear varnish.
Yeah, it's much better and also does not change the color of the wood so much.
You're right. It gives it
A natural feel.
a natural feel and look.
Yeah.
Where should I use this? Inside the house?
Majorly it's for outside the house, like in the verandas or,
Yes.
or the gardens. Yeah, and it's very light.
Yes.
And if you don't like it this way, you can also apply. You can also put some throw pillows and the cushions.
We can put some throw pillows?
Yeah, I can show you.
Maybe you can. All right.
Yeah.
So this definitely goes into the house, considering now we have the cushions.
Yeah, because you cannot leave this outside because of the weather.
Yes.
It corrode.
They will corrode easily, especially the cushions.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Thande, this is amazing work that you're doing right here.
Yeah.
Maybe for our viewers who are curious to find out, where may they reach you, or how may they reach you in case they are interested in such fun?
So we have a Facebook page. We call ourselves Thande Garments and Furniture.
Thande Garments and Furniture.
Yeah. We also have this physical location.
Yes.
A person can reach us here.
Right.
Yeah, and we are glad to design furniture, tailor-made, or the custom, or the normal conventional furniture.
Normal conventional furniture or pallet-made furniture.
Yeah.
Your final words to our viewers who are watching this show might be interested, have never heard about pallets, or have their own skepticism about pallet furniture. What would you say to them?
So basically, this has brought us another concept of DIY, whereby you can also apply your woodwork skills by your own without any carpenter. So this is something that's coming up. It's much durable, it's easier to work with, and you can also do it by yourself.
Right.
So it's something that people should gain confidence with, as compared to the normal, to the wet wood. Yeah, this is a much better finished concept.
Is pallets the future?
Pallets is the future, but basically we can call it the gist of the dry wood. It's the future of carpet.
It's the future in carpentry in terms of dry wood.
Yeah,
All right.
and pallets have brought up that concept.
Thank you so much for sharing your time. Thank you for showing us around and showing us concepts that can be done using pallets. I'm sure our viewers have been glad to see this.
Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing us. Okay, asante sana.
Viewers, we have come to the end of another interesting episode of The Realtor, and I hope you gained a few ideas of how to do your next furniture, whether indoor or outdoor, or